Greetings. Peace. What's going on, sentient beings? Prosperity Priestess. Here with a video for today's incredible energy. And today is a special video dedicating it to two amazing ladies that I met yesterday. These two sisters were so incredible. And it all had to do with the energy of the day. I posted a little video about what I was doing out and about with my daughter, skating, enjoying. The moon was in Gemini. Okay, so on this channel, Prosperity Priestess channel, it's always about the energetic energies that are at play, the esoteric energies, the ones we don't see. We feel them because, and the reason why we focus on the esoteric energies, the energies that are at play that we see, that we do not see, but we feel and experience deeply, is because they are setting the tone. They are the reason that we experience the external reality that we do. So as we want to work on enhancing our life, magnetizing, magnetism, bringing it to us in that moon energy, right? Pulling it in, or whether we want to work on manifesting forth our ideas or materializing things that we want to see and experiences that we want to have. It's all relevant to how we feel, keeping that energy high. Because what's outside of us is a representation of what's going on inside. Our reality outside of us resonates, same frequency, same vibration as what's going on inside. So if inside our energy is low, we're down, we're sad, not feeling great, then our external reality will resonate at that same energy, that same level of low. This is why it's imperative to keep our energy high. This is why we set the tone. This clears energy. That's why it feels so good. And it goes deep. So we use the tuning bowl. We work on our mantras and mudras. The mantras are the words, the sounds, lam, vam, ram, that correlate with the chakras and activate the various chakras. So on this channel, I like to demonstrate and encourage people on their journey with little bits of things that we can all do, practical steps, and things that we can implement in our lives to enhance it. And it's all focusing on the internal, okay? Because there's not enough focus on it. We keep focusing on the external and wanting to change it, but in order to do that, it's from within. Just like with a plant. The plant, the fruit that it bears, that's the external reality, but that's all based off of the... Come on. It's a Cancer moon, gotta say it. Just saw the 333, and I have a phone call coming in. Let me exit that. Confirmations all day. It's all based on the nourishment. Today, the moon is in Cancer. It's raining out here. It's a water sign that's all about nourishment. It's a sign of the mother. Okay, the matriarch. We big up the matriarchs on this channel because that's what's missing in the world. We're not ignoring the essence and the energy from which we all came from, the portal. None of us will be here without. You can't have a plant without the soil. We know we need a seed. We always like to focus on the sun, but what about the water? What about the moon? All of that is the feminine aspect. And yes, there's a masculine aspect and energy inside of all of us, and there's a feminine aspect and energy inside of all of us. And that same reality and parallel representation, the masculine and the feminine, it's the same thing outside of us as well. For example, with the plants, or if it's a car, it's an external entity, but in terms of the quality of it, that has to do with the nourishment, how you're taking care of it, type of gas you're putting in, the internal work, the workings of it. So When you want something to appear a certain way, in order to change that, you go within. You want to have the most effective change. And we know that the energy that travels, we know that sound travels extremely fast. There's sound and there's light energy as well. And these things are healing for us. Just like the practical things like exercising to release, to putting in herbs and different teas in our body to enhance what our body naturally does. Doing things like grounding to the earth. But yeah, so we talk about these things. We talk about crystals, resonating with energy. You know, these are some crystals I had on me yesterday. I just have it with me right now. Just wanted to come on and make a quick video. How we say that? 555. Change gonna come. Numerology, we do that too. Numerology, tarot, astrology, healing. The slogan is nourishing your divinity. That's what I do. Prosperity Priestess. I'm gonna help you nourish your divinity. And that's perfect to talk about in this Cancer moon energy. Yes. Yes. Alright, so Cancer is a cardinal sign. So that means it's all about action, sparking. Boop, boop, boop. Making it happen. So that's why in the tarot, the Chariot is a Cancer card. The Chariot has the two sphinxes, it has the two poles. So that's representative of the that intuitive energy, just like with the High Priestess, it has the two columns behind it. You know. That's in the Cancer card as well. There's columns in it. There's the sphinxes, or the two animals, lions, sphinxes. So I think they're sphinxes. They're like lions with wings, aren't they? But that's very fiery, passionate, going energy. And the Cancer, the Chariot card represents victorious energy and pushing forward. So that describes the Cancer energy. That describes the cardinal nature of the Cancer zodiac sign. We also know it's a water sign, so it deals with the emotions. Yes, so taking actions, dealing with the emotions. That's why Cancers are so therapeutic. They're like everybody's favorite counselor. Because they know, they can see it, they feel it, they intuit. Cancer is ruled by, okay, I gotta tell you the planetary ruler, which isn't really a planet, but is the moon. Which is why Cancer is so intuitive. Because it's ruled by the moon sign, by the moon. Cancer, out of all 12 zodiac signs, Cancer is the only one that's ruled by the moon. So it's extremely intuitive and tapped in with the internal, with the feminine aspects of life and of their self and of others. Okay? Because it's ruled by the moon, so it's already focused on the internal. It's a water sign, so it's already focused on the emotional, which is also internal. And then, like we said, it's a cardinal natured. So it's gonna take an action to change and affect the emotions. Cancer is the 4th zodiac sign when you go around the wheel. If you start at Aries, or if you're looking at a birth chart and your first house, if you were to put that as Aries, and second house is Taurus, and moving forward, 4th house would be 3rd house, Gemini, 4th house would be Cancer. The 4th house is a Cancer energy, so that's why. And it has to deal with the DNA, the ancestry. Okay, so now we're talking. I saw the 9/11. Yes, I did. Confirmation. Confirmation. You know, because the 9/11. It's a code. It's something activating in the DNA. I tell you that much. And we certainly recognize. Pay attention to the intuition. Pay attention to what you know, what you feel, what you see, and move it forward. Cancer is very good at doing that, bringing that out. You know, they know how to, Cancers, they know how to hit you in the gut. They know how to hit you deep in the DNA and your ancestry and get a reaction out of you. Or bring the tears, or get in the emotional aspects. So again, with that counselor-like nature. That's also why because it's the emotions, it's the moon, it's the DNA, the blood, all of that says, if you were to look at a practical application of that in terms of a career, that's a counselor all day. That's a social activist, someone taking actions for the emotion, to change the emotional climate in the world. Cancer's polar opposite is Capricorn. So Cancer deals with the home and the mother and the nurturing. Capricorn will be the opposite, dealing with the authority and Saturn ruled and the external careers, structures, business. So when you think about Cancer, you automatically think about the opposite spectrum, because if I say hot, automatically cold exists. So when we're talking about the zodiac signs, the energies that they represent, if I say cold, hot is also part of that same spectrum of that sign. If we're going to say they're just on different sides, different polarities of the same expression. That's what I'm trying to say. So when we say, oh, Cancers are nourishing, well, that would be one expression of that energy. The opposite would be malnourishing. Or someone who is emotionally manipulative. I titled the video Emotional Manipulation because it was a Cancer moon energy. Oh, I did. Because that's taking it to the other side. Oh, Cancer, emotional manipulation. All day. Again, the counselor. So this is why we want to work on putting ourselves in a position where our frequencies are raised. Because someplace in our birth chart, we have a Cancer energy. And how do we deal with other people? 1149. So there's the 149, that's 9 and 11s. Okay, as well. How do we deal with other people? What planets are in that part of our chart that Cancer rules? So this video in particular, I dedicate to the 2 Cancers that I met yesterday. And I was so excited to come do a video yesterday, and I didn't end up making it on. But it's kind of all pouring in and spilling over. All moon fullers knows exactly what works and what doesn't. It was so wonderful to be able to meet them. They're in a Gemini moon. It was at 21 degrees as well. 2 and a 1, that's 3. That's communicating. That's also 3rd house, Gemini. So, like I posted a little video about it, and I wrote some information so you can see what I'm saying in terms of how that energy and what happened that day was indicative of that energy. Moving forward, today is Wednesday. That's why I'm wearing blue. Wednesday is ruled by the planet Mercury. All right. It's a mercurial energy. Wednesday, Mercury's a planet of business, planet of commerce and communication. So you'll notice a lot of business transactions going on. There's business going on downstairs in my house today, right? Is that Wednesday energy? I had to cash app somebody today for an entrepreneurial situation. Peep game. Today the moon is in Cancer. I'm at the house today. I'm stationed at the house. Usually I like to go all over and make videos or be outside. I don't think I've posted any videos on my YouTube page actually in my home. Just inside. Cancer moon. Getting more personal and connected. Very good. Today is, it's the 1st. It is a 1. That is the sun. That is that Leo energy, because the sun is ruled, the sun rules the zodiac sign of Leo. The sun only rules one zodiac sign out of all 12, and that is the Leo. I saw it 1409. What's it mean? Slow down? I don't want to hear that. My Aries moon doesn't. All right, but being obedient is very relevant. Being in tune with these messages, the energies at play, because it helps us on our missions. We're all on a spiritual journey. So having gratitude for who you are, wherever you're at on your journey, and that you're even aware. I always give thanks for awareness, because you can't get in alignment. You wouldn't even know you're in alignment. You may think something's wrong, 1444. You wouldn't know you were in alignment if it weren't for the awareness. There's so much that people do not know. So much that I do not know. We're all here to share and to help and to give The differences is what makes this a world. This is what makes it a society. Is what makes us have a nation. It's what makes us. Although there's differences, we are one. Because I was going to say the differences is what makes us be one. The illusion is that we are different. Because we're really all one, all the same needs, same desires, and it should be focused on the harmony, the healing, and the coming to get community, common unity, coming together for a greater good. So coming together to benefit everyone. Like the stars, like the sun, unconditional. It doesn't matter what your religion is or spirituality. It doesn't matter what kind of food you eat, whether you're vegan or you're pescatarian or you eat meat. It doesn't matter whether you like to exercise or you don't. It doesn't matter what your career is. You're a singer or you're a principal or you're the janitor or you're a cosmetologist, the hairstylist, or you're a tarot reader. You know, it's not about how much money you make. It's not about your gender. Oh, it's not about who you choose to. What is this called? All I'm trying to do is different choices, whether it's a choice or whether it's just how you are, your language you speak, or coach you came in, or the choice you made, where you, the partner you want to choose, your identity. Identity, that's what it boils down to. Whether it's a chosen identity or a way of life and how you want to express yourself. Why is it even a conversation? Let's just talk about how everyone can express themselves in a way that's comfortable for them and doesn't hurt anyone else and harmonize together. Like the trees, bushes, flowers, plants, they're all different, but they're all harmonized together. And they all need that rain, that soil, that sun, that air. That's how they're nourished. Anything that's not, if it's toxic to one, it's toxic to all. So it's so good to be coming into that reality. It's altruism, accepting everybody for who they are, where they're at in their journey. Oh, I had a quote I thought about. And I was like, well, when you say accept everyone, let me specify. It's like accept and allow anyone to be whoever they are. You do not have to choose to allow energy in your life that's not healthy for you. Because a lot of us that are on a spiritual path, and if you're listening to Prosperity Priestess channel, you're probably on the spiritual path. You know, you got this far in the video. It doesn't, a lot of us, I was going to say something about being a black sheep of the family, or we have to stand up for what we believe in. And so accepting who we are is a big part of our journey. And the only thing that's going to make us comfortable is when we stand fully in who we are, our identity. But we're able to all come together with different identities and harmonize. That's music. That's like there's the trombone player, the saxophone player, the flute player. You come together and orchestrate. Instruments aren't mad that they're different. The plants aren't mad that they're different. The food, different seasonings. There, you have to be an identity. That's how astrology has helped me so much to accept who I am and to see it, the mirror, because it's just a journey of self-discovery. And to also know and accept people for, everybody is different. And it's beautiful. I tell my daughter, people are like crayons in a crayon box. They're all different colors. And we need all of the colors in the crayon box to make a beautiful picture. Simple. You be able to explain it to children. For example, children, they don't discriminate. They do what the children do. They discriminate. They discern based on energy. They're very in tune with energy. And if it does not feel right, the children know and they stay away. All the other all the isms, that's nothing to them. Children get together, they play, and they go, and that's how life is supposed to be. And people are supposed to be like that. Of course, they're going to be different. We're going to have different color shirts on, different hair, different ideologies, different everything. The whole point is to come together and have something the same, where we all had a laugh over something. We all enjoyed the conversation. We all created a beautiful energy and benefited from it. Because we all want to feel good inside so that we can fully express who we are. So, that's just like, you know, what I'm about, that altruistic nature, and wanted to spread that in the world. Now, the negativity and the toxicity is perpetuated through lies and through deception and it's oppression, you know. The truth is the opposite of oppression. So, it's a life path 7, is a truth speaker. I speak truths. But the truths are universal. If it's not a truth, if it's not universal, or it's the truth doesn't need anybody else to validate it. So this is astrology. No matter where you go in the world, no matter what culture, no matter any place on this earth or off of it, no matter what time frame in the universe, whether it's prehistoric dinosaur time, or it's now, or 20 years ago, or 200 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 2 million years ago. Come on. It doesn't matter. This is getting deep. DNA, Cancer moon. The stars were there. The stars were there. And I already talked to you guys about, so this is why this is today's energy. The moon is in Cancer, the sun is in Virgo. I made a video about Virgo season. I called it She-Shat season. And if you watch the video on my page, on the Prosperity Priestess, you'll see why. So, today during this She-Shat season, it's Virgo sun, you know, we are communicating with the moon in Cancer. I don't know what degree it's at yet because I didn't look. We are speaking about, but if it was at 21 degrees yesterday, I don't know, I'm going to calculate it's probably at like 2 or 3 degrees in Gemini today. That's my estimation. I saw that 2212. So, yes, with the Cancer energy and Cancer moon, I lost my train of thought. Getting deep, DNA is saying that. Why was I going to say that though? Oh shoot, it doesn't matter. It does matter, but I guess it'll come back when it comes back. Tarot cards. I like to pull tarot on the videos. I was talking about the degrees. Oh, and then I tried to guess. Cancer moon. Ancestry. I'm stumped. Well, I'm going to keep moving. All right. I'm going to shuffle these cards while that's all. I'm just going to leave all of that right there. Because what I actually wanted to do, I keep saying I'm dedicating this video. 23. Double, okay, that's 2 5s. That's a 10. 10 is powered. When the 1 and the 0 come together. When bring the differences, the opposites, the polar, the balance. That is power. When the divine feminine and the divine masculine are united as one in the unison, moving forward. That is a 10. That is powerful. You need both. That's how you get the growth. Yes, I just looked down and saw the high priestess energy. Speaking of this water sign. Speaking of this moon in Cancer. Matriarch energy. Yeah, she always shows herself. Divine matriarch herself. The high priestess. What up? What up? And in this particular book, it says Nana Baruku, Orisha of Rain. Told you it's raining, Cancer moon. This is why I make these videos. This is why I do this live. This is why I talk about the energy, shuffle the cards, see what's going on. It's just happening. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's the energy of today anyways. Or it's cards reveal themselves. Then I'll use more than one deck. Read different meanings. Like, oh, didn't I say that earlier? So that's the beauty of all-knowing force, of the divine, of the universe, of God, Buddha, Jesus. I tell people all the time, I don't care what you call it, just connect to it. I don't care what you call it, this connects with it. Straight up. You know? It's like a hair product. Spirituality and religion are like hair products. And everybody needs a different hair product. What works for one might not work for the other. That's just how I look at it. I've experienced different ones. I tried different hair products. I tried different religions. I tried different foods. I know what I like and what works for me and what doesn't. And that's that. And I would never let somebody tell me what not to do that I know is nourishing for me. It may not be nourishing for them. And that's why we have to have our boundaries. Okay, I think this goes back to what I was saying about standing up for yourself and being the black sheep. Yeah, you gotta be on your 7 of Wands. You gotta stand your ground. You have to be your identity matters. You stand up for who you are. You came to this reality to express all your thoughts and creativity and energy in a physical form and create and put it out there. You are a whole separate entity. Your fingerprint is not like anybody else's. Your birth chart is not like anybody else's. So that's how relevant astrology is. Your energy, who you are, the entity that you are inside the soul, because it's a soul journey. Okay, we're talking about Cancer moon, DNA, ancestry, past life, energy, 4th house, past life, Cancer, soul journey, the soul, the moon. Okay, because if the sun is like your identity and how you shine right there, who you are on the outside, your soul, that's really your moon. Your moon is your soul. Your solar plexus has to do with, yes, it's powered by the sun, it has to do with powering up and charging energy. So it's like solar plexus and the sun is unconditional. It is the energy. So it's like the sun would be the car that you're driving if you were looking at it like that. And the energy that it gives when you work on your solar plexus, that's like putting gas in your car. Gassing it up, giving it that energy. Or if you have an electric car, charging it up. That's what the sun and working on the solar plexus does. So that working on your sun, like I said, which is the vehicle, you, the physical form, the external. Now, the soul, that's the driver. That's you inside. That's your moon sign. That's why moon signs tell a lot more about people than the car they're driving. It matters more the motherfucker inside who's driving the car versus the type of car they're driving. The car they're driving makes a big difference. And it'll tell us a lot. That's like the sun sign. But who's inside driving? Oh, that says everything. That makes all the difference. That's your moon sign. Let's go. I love giving analogies, and I just came up with that one off the rip. Gratitude. Auto force. That's a good one. And astrology helps us see things like that. So now that you know if your moon sign, there's all different types of drivers. And there's 12 different types of drivers now. There's different energies having to do with the car and with the driver. That driver, it might be a moon in Sagittarius, but is it, and what house is it in? And are there other planets in that car as well? So that's how astrology gets so complicated and individual to the point where your birth chart is not the same as anyone else's. It is so unique, and it is a science because it deals with the planets, which is a reality that validates itself. They've been here since all the time. Nothing was here before that. There was nothing here before the planets, or if you're going to say that, that's the void, which is also feminine. Okay, that's why Akashic Record. That's why that's Cancer. Good shit. All known for this. Akashic Records energy, that's why that's Cancer. That would be what before anything and containing all of everything. Cancer, past life, Akashic Record energy. So that's why that's coming out today. Gratitude. But yes, nothing before these planets and stars, and they tell a story, and they give different energies and where everyone is affected by them. So when someone was born, boom, the picture of all the planets and stars in the sky, where each one was at when they were born, that's called your natal chart. When I was born, the sun was in Virgo. It's Virgo season. The moon was in the constellation of Aries, so my moon is in Aries. The planet Venus was in Virgo, in the constellation of Virgo, so it was over here near the sun. It was actually close to the sun and Mars. I have a stellium, all right, in my Virgo sun. The planet Mars is 5 degrees away from the sun in my chart, and the planet Venus is 5 degrees away the other direction from the sun in my chart. So not only do I have a stellium, or the 1, 2, 3 stellium, the 3 planets together in the same sign, but it's very even. It's Mars and Venus. So Mars, your actions,